This is the second battle of the first round of the YouTuber tournament between Aggony1pain1Achilles and Grafx Rogue from the SITH clan. Achilles is commanding the Boii and Rogue is commanding the Suebi. So this is a difficult battle for Suebi. Suebi lacks good mid-tier infantry, and while they have good scare units, the Boii sword line is going to be super difficult to overcome for them. The battle is Alexandria. Interestingly enough, Alexandria is a nice map. The thing about Alexandria is that it's going to fatigue both armies equally, because none of the armies have a resistance to the heat effects present on this map. Still a very nice map with some open terrain in the center between thickets of forest and a river running down here. So it looks like the Suebi army is having problems finding its tireless adversaries here. Going to start scouting with the Germanic scout riders, fittingly enough, and now Suebi can see the levy freemen and the mainline sword followers of the Boii. Starting to throw some javelins at them, doing some damage. Let's see if the Suebi, yes, the Suebi general is indeed Ariovistus. So Ariovistus on sword, oh here we go, fast charge popped already. So he's just going to wait for a while until he reaches the second phase where he gets the charge bonus. But I really think he needs to start moving now in order to ensure that he's actually going to be able to make it in time. Here we have Heavy Horse coming up against the unprotected Kimbri bowwomen, but some riders of the hunt are moving up. Tylus is probably just kiting like hell inside of this forest now, and we can see Tylus forces all across the map around the Suebi army. And now there's just no way that Grafx Rogue is going to be able to make it into combat before his fast charge ability dies out. Very bad for Suebi. Activating it that early was a massive mistake, I think. Tylus is just going to be able to kite. He still has the pride ability, which is going to be nice, but here you can see how badly Riders of the Hunt do against Heavy Horse, and especially when they're being fired upon, because they're going to take so much damage from these Kimbri bowwomen. Here you can see them dropping just from friendly fire. Some nice skirmishing going on by Grafx Rogue over here against the Heavy Horse, taking down some Heavy Horse with his Germanic scout riders. Using Frenzy on his Wolf Warriors to get into the Levy Freemen. Celtic Warriors are going to counter-charge. The Wolf Warriors are getting a charge on the Celtic Warriors. Should do some damage. But in the center, Tylus is just able to surround and engage at will. The round shield swords are going down. The general is not going to be able to get the best charge here. Sword followers just pouring into the flanks of the swordmasters. Activating Headhunt right away, also activating Pride. That means that his swordmasters are going to be absolutely deadly, but they're going to fatigue quickly here. So they are already very tired. They're going to reach exhaustion quickly, and that should make the sword followers able to defeat even swordmasters fairly comfortably. So while the swordmasters are going to get good kills initially, nice rear charge from the Germanic scout riders into the sword followers. The Kimbri bowwomen are actually free to fire on the Heavy Horse here. They need to kill this unit of Heavy Horse, or they are going to get charged. Pulling back with the Kimbri bowwomen, so there's no question about it. The Heavy Horse is going to be able to make it into the Kimbri bowwomen if it wants to. But it doesn't look like it wants to, actually. It wants to go for rear charges instead against the Berserkers, which is probably a smart choice by Achilles. So now we'll see the round shield swords just being destroyed all across the map. The Wolf Warriors are off the field. For Suebi, there's basically only these swordmasters holding out in the center, and they did not get great charges. They are very tired. These swordmasters are actually exhausted, so they're going to be at 50% melee attack now. and they only have a 21.5 melee attack when they are exhausted, so they won't be hitting a lot in combat. The sword followers are still only active, some of them are winded. The old sword general is active and he's going to stomp all over the sword masters as the rest of the Boii army is moving in for the kill. Suebi is getting surrounded in the forest here, destroyed on all sides. Heavy horse chasing away the Cimbri bowwomen. The Cimbri bowwomen do have a 30 bonus against large on their spears, but being attacked in the rear like this is going to mean that they're going to take a lot of casualties. So it might be a good idea to stop the Cimbri bowwomen, and Suebi was defeated. So Aggony1Achilles is going to advance to the next round of the battle. This battle was a good showcase of how problematic it can be for Suebi if you mismanage the fast charge ability, because Grafx Rogue didn't really see what he needed to see to activate the fast charge and get into the Boii army. So again, heavy horse, very important. Some nice kills on some of these units, but the berserkers were just dealt with so easily. And Suebi doesn't have a good response to all of these mid-tier sword followers and the heavy horse. It's going to be super difficult for Suebi to do it. Suebi can kill a lot of infantry quickly, but then there's going to be heavy horse left on the field. Oathsworn are going to be there, so the mid-tiers can be dealt with, not easily, but they can be dealt with. But then the supporting units are going to surround and start inflicting rear charge penalties on the Suebi army. So I'm not sure this is a Suebi army that I would ever bring against the Boii. I think it's too small, too unable to deal with the very important heavy horse of the Boii. So I'd definitely like to see some spare levy units in there. Maybe even some club levy units to blunt the charge of sword followers and Oathsworn. But anyway, Agony advances to the next round, where I believe he will meet Attila the Great. Thanks for watching. Strength and honor.